Hello and welcome to It's All About You. This channel is here as a continual reminder, a place for you to remember that you and your life is all about you. And there's a concept that I've been contemplating on the last number of days, and this is what I want to speak to today to help us really get maybe a new way of looking at how you and life is all about you. How, when we say, I am the one, when we say, I am the all that is, when we say, I am one with God, when we say, I am the God of my universe, whatever way you say it, whether it's the I am presence, whatever it is. And what the concept is when we were conceived, in that nano moment, and from the whole time you and we were in our mother's womb, the God self, the truth of who we are, that never ending presence, that full, complete, whole energy, was the one that grew you. From that instant of where you became matter, even though it was just a tiny, tiny little cell or two, this power was here with you in it, even though we were in our mother's womb and we were being nourished by her. And I'll come back to that piece. That this greatness of who we are, the magnificence of it all, in every now moment of your development, put you together. It knew how to divide cells. It knew how to activate the DNA within us. It knew how and where to put legs and arms and hands and feet and brain cells and eye cells and all of it, heart cells, everything. There is no way we could have done that as our human self. The magnificence of it, far too grand for us. That's not to diminish our human self, but I'll also come back to that. So if you really took some time to contemplate that you as the truth of who you are, you as your true self, your God self, put your body together in this miracle of life that is still not fully understood. We understand the sequencing of it, all of these things, but really, we don't get it. And I don't think we should. And that's fine. But even when our mothers were nourishing us through the food, through everything that she took in, be it energetic or thought or experience or whatever, it all came into us. But not in one moment could she have consciously done that. Her God self was doing that. And all our God selves are from that one anyway. And what I'm speaking to about this is that as I see it, that is the truth. The God self made the human self into matter, into physical form, put it all together in perfection. And even if we were born with imperfections from human eyes or through human eyes, at our core, there is perfection. And then the thing about it is that once we are born, into our families, into life, into this world, most of us get detached from that God self because of the conditioning and the centuries and the millennia of us being told, if you even had a religion, that God is outside, it was up in the sky somewhere, judging us, only choosing the favorites, only choosing the special ones. And so we forgot. We forgot who we are, we forgot who we were, and we go about life. And we were programmed with identities, with self-concepts, with how we perceive the world, with how we experience things, with what we decide we can have and not have. And it just seems that these are the boxes that we live in. This is our lot, as they say. And then many of us, at some stage in our lives, have become aware of this inner pull of there's more. There's more to life, there's more to me. And we go on a journey of self-discovery. And unfortunately, or not, whatever way you want to look at it can be defined in whatever way, a lot of the self-development world, the spiritual world, can keep us running in cycles, keep us continuously searching. And in some way that has its own benefits. You know, it brings us to where we currently are anyway. But if we are to remember the truth as I see it, that we were made manifest by our God self, by God, then that presence never, ever left us. You might call it soul. You might call it higher self. Higher self is not really a term I care to use. I used to, and I don't anymore, because for me, it creates and created a distance. It created a sense of separation. And that's how I felt about it and feel about it. And I know for others that's not the case. But for me, using the word soul kind of works. Using God's self, it friggin' lands, because it's the truth. It is, I come from God. I am defined from God. I am the authentic thread of God, just like you are. And when we look at that and contemplate that and notice how your body might feel as you begin to think about it, that God put me here. I was in God and in my mother as I was being created. And I forgot that that power stuck within me, stayed within me as I was growing up. Unless we had parents or people around us guiding us with that kind of truth. But the thing is, it's always been about you. You've always been the one deciding. Even in the times, the moments, the weeks, the years, whatever, where you believed yourself less than, where you believed yourself not worthy, not powerful, not beautiful, not rich enough, not smart enough, not whatever enough. You were always making that decision. But you didn't know any difference. And that's okay. I'm trying to think of what's in my mind now. I'm just trying to think of that phrase that Jesus said. It was in my mind the other day and now it's gone. It's like, they know not what they do. You did not know. I did not know. But now, so many of us know. Or at least we think we know. Mm-hmm. But life has always been about you. You have always been the center of your universe. At any stage, you, we could have in an instant clicked back into our God self. But the conditioning, the matrix, the cages of limitation, energetic cages of limitation that we were placed in seemed far greater than we ever could be. And then we would have had experiences of where we would have broken through, left an old limiting self or belief or whatever behind. But there always seemed to be more. And there's often then, as I was saying earlier, this looping or this always searching. What is the next limitation within me that I can find so that I can be free and I can be powerful and I can live the life that I want to live and all of these things. But if we are going into it in that way, in that energy, in that way of using our power of God, then we're always going to find more. There's always going to be something else to find, something else to resolve, something else to fix. In any moment, we get to declare the truth. I am my God self. I am the one. I am the all that is. And that in any moment can feel very, very powerful. And it can have huge impacts and huge waves into our reality. But then we forget and we go back into autopilot. We go back into the conditioning. We go back into forgetting that we command reality. Reality does not command us, but so many live in reality commands me. Reality tells me how to feel, how to think. It tells me who I am, all of that. And in any moment, you come back to your God self, not even come back because it's there, here, now you're in it. It's coursing through every vein in your body. It is electrifying, magnifying, friggin' bringing to life every cell in your body in every moment. And you and I and we get to continue to declare that as the truth. And so I offer you to just play with this contemplation. Bring it into your imagination, this wonder and magnificence of you growing as a fetus from cells into a human. And that was done by the power of you, by the power of you as God's self. You did that. And when I speak about it's all about you, that is the you I'm speaking to. But the small you, the one that's conditioned, also has to be taken into consideration. Because he or she has been speaking loudly for a very long time. Even if you feel like you don't have a voice, inside you've been speaking very loudly to yourself about who you are and what's possible and all of that. And so, how would it be for you to reclaim the truth of who you are, no matter what, no matter the circumstances, no matter the madness that's going on inside your mind sometimes? No matter how you have until this moment perceived things to go, how you have used the God self against yourself. How would it be to move forward, committed, and in love with your God self? How would it be to choose to live, it's all about me? Everything. No matter what has happened. No matter how great things have been, no matter how bad things have been, it's always been about me. Because as the God self, we look at it in that way. That is so true. There is only perfection. There is only peace. How would it be to now grow and nourish and develop your human self again from and as the God self that you are? And to let go of, to release, to dissolve, to decommission all the untruths, all the false laws and rules that have been handed down to us through family, through society, through history, through ancestry, whatever. Knowing that there will be moments where you feel like you cannot take another step. But that part of you that feels like they can't take another step is the very part of you that will dissolve. Because there's more of your true self, your God self, to be recognized and remembered. If you would like to work with me, if you would like to discuss what it would be like to work with me and in what way, then I will put my email below. We are here on this planet, as I see it, to live our best friggin' lives, no matter what. And we have the wiring, the coding to do that as the God self. No matter the external conditions, no matter the wildness that is going on, we get to do this. And we must choose it. And we must choose it in conviction. And we must choose it because we get to and want to. So if we were to work together, we would be looking at who you have believed yourself to be. And we would then be looking at who you are as truth. And we would look at what it is you actually want to bring to life. And everything that you perceive is in your way of that. Because life gets to be magnificent. It is magnificent because you are. And it might be that you are the first one in your family or the first one in your community to do things this way. And that can be a lot if you feel like you're on your own doing something like that. Because there will be external voices of doubt because there's internal voices of doubt. You are the cause of the effect of your experience. You are the one bringing it to life. You are the one, always. It's all about you. I'll see you on the next video. My email's below if you have any questions, or comment below with any questions. Bye for now.